welcome back to our daily, weekly episodes of Breaking Controversies or Bacot. This week we have quite a few people bacoting. One guest also. As usual, I'm your host Jihan and my co-host
Q.
And right now we're joined by
me, Roderick,
and
Farhan,
and also our guest.
Oh, okay. My name is I thought you would like to introduce who I am. So yeah, okay. My name is Tariq.
Introduce yourself a bit more then.
So actually, I am your first batch alumni
Okay.
that don't have certificated jobs like others.
So you're unemployed.
No, I'm creating something.
Unemployed.
No, self-employed. No, I'm not employed.
Self-employed.
Yeah. It's more like diplomated answer that I could.
So it's an unemployed with an extra strap.
No.
I'm unemployed but doing something.
Unemployed,
something.
pending, job pending.
Okay, alright. So, as we said last week, today's topic will be about religion. I don't know, but do you guys know what the actual title is?
No.
No. Do you know? Q?
Of course I know.
Okay. Do you two know? Farhan?
It's too risky.
No.
No,
What?
no, that's not the title.
Really seriously? Oh,
The
gee.
title is actually religion. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
What?
I'm sorry, Daddy, for being naughty girl.
Astaghfirullahaladzim.
We're not actually gonna talk about religion
Yes.
itself, like in depth. Like, no, that's like too heavy. Especially there's like too many religion out there. You know, there's a religion called the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
What?
The Flying Spaghetti Church.
It's an actual
No,
religion.
I never heard that one.
Oh, it's based somewhere in America. if I'm
Yes,
not wrong.
yes. The guy who made it, I believe, he made it just to make fun of people.
Spaghetti.
No,
No,
people
who follow
religion. Because I think in the U.S., churches don't pay tax. I believe.
They don't pay?
They don't
Tax.
pay taxes, government taxes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he made that just to make kind of
You
mock.
know.
Germany, you have to pay tax for church.
So how do
Church
they do the
tax.
rituals? Like,
And then you like cooking together.
yeah.
We don't know, but the point is there's a church
Oh my God.
worshiping
The mighty
the giant
spaghetti.
And like like,
Anyway,
Anyway.
it's interesting.
I mean, Indomie would be a good.
I mean, would you count Indomie as spaghetti?
I mean,
No.
no, but like the way you eat is almost the same.
Spaghetti is a
No,
Like-
spaghetti is more like luxury things than Indomie, you know.
That's
true.
true. Yeah.
Well, I think they haven't no Indomie yet. So
Oh.
I think we should give them Indomie so they will change their religion.
Generasi micin. Hey, we can make other people more quote unquote smart though with that.
Indeed.
All right. So like usual, we're gonna do 40 minutes, but since there's so much to talk about in religion itself, I'd like to focus on three main topics basically. One is, why do humans need or have religion?
Ooh.
Two, its impact on society.
Mm-hmm.
Three would be other like a more easy to talk about topic like science and religion, or the whole coronavirus in Indonesia and God
We just
preventing
get
it.
2 samples, right?
Yes, that's true. All
From
right.
Depok.
Yep.
That is
God
true.
bless Depok.
Oh my god, I didn't
God.
know.
No, they just come from Depok, right? So
Yeah.
just God bless Depok.
All right. So first, why do you guys think humans need religion?
Sahat. I didn't expect they won in the first question.
I don't know, it's just go by itself.
Wait. Before we go on, should we like, are you a believer?
Yes.
Let's not say what religion you have, but are you a believer?
Yeah, if you see my face look like, yeah, you will know the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will know my answers.
Yeah, I would
I'll say yes. I'll say yes.
Yes, I'll say yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a definite believer.
Yes.
Quite yes.
All right, I'm the only sinner in the room then.
It's
At
okay.
least we are balanced. At least we are
It's
balanced.
a different point of view.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, going back to the question, why do you guys think people or
Well.
humans need or have religion?
Well, humans really like to put the blame on other stuff,
Okay.
right? So it's not a really big question. It's more like they want to believe something, so they make stuff up. So in the past, there's been, multiple different religions. So that's them just them believing in whatever they want, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
that's why the whole aspect of religion begins.
That's how you think it starts.
Yeah, that's how I think it
All right.
started.
All right.
Interesting answers.
Any other?
And
Or maybe religious is formed because humans doesn't really know much about something, right? So they context it to something mystical.
So it's like a temporary fix of the unknown.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think.
like this thing is happening and we don't know how it's happening, so we'll just say some mystical being is doing it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Ties
makes
into
sense.
mine.
How about our dear guest? What's your name again? I forgot.
Tariq.
Right.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, people sometimes commit Thor. I don't know why. I'm not as big. Anyway, yeah, for me, I think people need religion. I mean, regardless what you believe in. There's like 6 or 7 religions in this world, but yeah, definitely you guys need. At least for guiding your life.
To give morals.
Yeah, morals, guide life, and then don't be like moral people just running around the street without any purposes.
Makes sense.
I mean, for religion is supposed to be not supposed to be, but like one may use the religion as a guide or a direction on where you want to lead your life to. Like, of course, let's just say major religions
Mm-hmm.
have a direction where they want to believe and on their actions too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you do reflects on what religion you believe. It's like religion's like a moral, like how you value your life.
Yeah.
That's one way of saying it. And I mean, not only religion reflects on our day-to-day life, but it also affects. It also defines like of the history of what the religion had.
True.
True.
So we can learn from the mistakes or what to improve and whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
For me, I grew up in a different household compared to you guys. So for me, I see religion, how it starts at least, is as a form of social control.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Like same what kind of goes along with what Farhan said. It's kind of like a code, right? A moral code on how to do stuff and stuff like that. But I think at first people start using religion just kind of like to simplify stuff, as in they can combine their ideas into one, and stuff like that. But I think over time it grew. I wouldn't say bad, but bad. So
Wait.
What's the difference?
No,
I don't think bad, but
not
Bad.
bad. I mean, not all of them are bad. Yeah.
Some people
Some,
are
like
extremists.
yes, extremists.
Extremists.
Those people, like the Baptist, like Westboro Baptist Church, and
Yeah.
Like the Mandarin.
yes,
Yeah.
those kind
And
of stuff.
I mean the Mandarin one in the Iron Man, not the Mandarin.
Or maybe like those reunion guys.
Really?
No,
The-
maybe something more onto the KKK. The extremists, basically.
KKK isn't a religion though.
Yeah.
They're just racist.
No, they're extremists, but onto that in the religion.
Oh,
Yeah, there's no
alright,
extremist
true.
religion in this world. So.
True.
But I'm not gonna name anything, so just make an example.
Right. But
Very political answer.
for me, as a person who's not really a believer, like I don't follow the moral code that's based on any holy book. I kind of just follow what's logical and what's ethical itself. But I do know that most of things that considered as ethical, right, it is based on religion. That's how it all started. So I guess that's like the good thing that came out of the religion itself. Right. What's the? I mean, you guys all know about the ISIS stuff and
Yes.
the bad
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Like, what do you think about that?
Well, it's end now.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
no,
it's
I don't
not.
think
It's
it
not.
ended. I mean,
It's not
ended, it's just
I
like-
mean, the leader's already dead.
No,
it's actually not.
No.
no. I don't think we just know.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
like, so ISIS is just basically making religion have a bad name.
That's true.
It's like
Particular.
they're basically, if you take all of the bad stuff in a religion, multiply it by like 100, and there you have ISIS. So they're not really a good way
Yeah.
to showcase a religion.
Yeah, but for me, like ISIS has like the old little sister, I guess it's called Al Qaeda. It's also the
Yes,
same.
yes. The old, it's an old
They
system.
they represented Islam, but they ruin Islam at the same times.
Yeah.
If you guys learning about Islam, and well, sorry, I speak a bit Quran, but in Quran says you cannot force people to convert to Islam. So if people still believe ISIS Islam, yeah, God bless you.
One thing I'm a bit bummed out about is like the fact the media portrays like some religion worse than the other.
Yeah.
It's like something that's really biased and not
Yeah.
good at all.
It depends, of course, who's narrating. If the newscast is say one religion, they will be biased to their religion compared to all the others, as well as what they believe in. If they believe in something, they would really be hard pressed to believe in something else that goes against their own beliefs. Which is
That's very true,
the
yeah.
whole religion war is because of that.
Do you guys know what the whole like genocide China is doing with Muslims?
Oh, the Rohingyas.
The one in
No.
China.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, the Xinjiang one, right? The
Uyghur.
Yeah, yeah.
Uyghur, yeah. I know.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that.
Uyghur, yeah. Still
Uh,
continues.
It's still
Still.
continuing.
Still.
Last I checked it was yeah.
Yeah, because it's not really famous because Corona take the stage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Quran
yeah.
took the
Famous,
stage,
yeah.
but at the same time, the genocide, right?
Genocide, yeah.
Was it a tactical move done by the Chinese?
What?
What?
Start Corona.
Yeah, to start.
Oh,
corona.
to like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh,
to
another
distract your
controversy.
attention.
It's so hot. So hot around here. It's getting hotter.
I mean, it is literally hot
Yeah.
because the AC is not on.
No, the AC is not. It's
Strong
not
enough.
working.
No,
I
it's
guess.
blowing hot air.
Yeah.
It's only like one.
Because we are too hot for the.
This topic is too hot.
Yeah.
I'm hot.
OMG.
What do you guys know about the Chinese genocide or the Indian,
Oh.
the Rohingya one?
Oh, the Indian is got the new one, right?
The Indian is new one.
Newest one, yeah.
Oh, you have to bring people that understand the politics. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
We need an INR.
But speaking of which, people say that do not bring religion into politics.
That's
Then-
impossible.
Impossible.
In my
I mean-
in my opinion, it's impossible because you cannot bring religion into politics as well as you cannot bring your own beliefs into politics. If you believe in something, religion, or say I believe 1 + 1 is 2, then you bring that into politics somewhere or another. So you can't really not bring religion into anything you do.
That's actually the next topic we're gonna talk about, but let's talk about that anyway. See, if
Which one were the Chinese one?
no, wait. I mean, you guys want to talk about the Chinese or Indian one? Because
It's okay. I just follow it.
I'm following.
all right, let's just. I'm guessing not a lot of us know the actual fact about that, so let's just move on. Yeah, but the government society stuff. If you believe that ethics in general comes from religion itself, right? What to do, what not to do. That means it is basically heavily involved in politics too, right? Because the government
Indeed.
runs based on what is ethical,
Yes.
right? So, but then again, in some countries, for some reason, I know you guys all know this, but countries that's more religious tend to be less underdeveloped.
Undeveloped.
You mean less developed?
Less developed.
I would say
sorry.
some countries, not all.
Some countries.
Yeah, some countries.
Yep.
But that has to do with other factors also.
It has
but-
to do with other factors.
Yes.
War, most important.
War,
and colonialism
And
and stuff like that.
Yes.
But yeah, what do you guys think about that? The whole religion equals bad government stuff.
No.
It's not that religion equals bad government stuff. It's that religion dictates government, but some people don't want to believe that, and so you have this tension that makes religion equals to bad government. It's the tension between the government and the religion itself.
Interesting.
Anything else?
I mean, what's your say in it, Tariq?
Yeah.
No, I'm still collecting information for you guys to develop some, words.
I think it's more like actually for any kind of religion is the same. It's just like how these people create and make the specific religions become a bad thing. You know, right?
True, yes. So it all goes back to the extremists.
Yeah,
Stuff like
it's
that.
always the extremists, the one that paint the bad.
Yeah.
They're kind of like the loud minority, right?
So you're
Yes.
saying is that what you're saying is that even in a religion where it a lot of people. There are people who are extremely extremists in their own religion, like enforcing their
Their-
religion beliefs into other people.
Yeah, some people did that though. I mean, if we be back to discussion about the government and the religion, you know, well, I don't know in the religion, but for me as a Muslim, if the government, the person who sit so comfortably in our House of Representative or DPR, if they learn about their belief and our president, our ministry, and their staff, or their staff, they learn the religion, their beliefs completely, Indonesia will be great. That's it.
That's true. That's
Because a lot of people like misunderstanding, but in holy books, you know. So if they're learning completely, Indonesia will be like way better than USA, I guess.
Oh, but speaking about like countries and all, like how countries run, isn't like let's just like circle around Indonesia first.
Yes.
Isn't Indonesian's government is actually based on nationalism,
Nationalism?
not religion, not communist or anything, right? So why do people still bring religion into that?
Because the first sila is literally believe in
Believe
God.
one God.
Yeah.
The one God. The point is the
Yeah.
one God.
One
I mean, believe in your own God.
No,
Ketuhanan yang
one.
Maha Esa.
One.
The sila says believe in the one God.
I mean, that's not-
not your God, not a God. Believe in
With
one
one
God, as in there's only one.
So if
That's
it,
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, like if how our thought,
Okay.
like they didn't say like believe one God of your own. Probably that's what someone taught me that. Not only specifically one God.
Maybe it's believe in your own God.
Yeah, believe in your own God.
That
That's
would
like
make more sense.
that makes more sense. Like people, I don't know about you guys, but like if you think that believe only in one God, I mean there are people with many beliefs, right?
Yeah.
But if you say to believe in only one God is saying that believe in only one religion, that's not good though, like, because people have different beliefs.
Yeah.
If you look in the history, the first sila is not that.
I know,
Yes.
but
It's changed.
since
Yeah. We have like 5 other religions.
then if you bring back into
Yes.
history again, we also have our cousins, our relatives in Papua, which they don't
Do
follow
not
the same religion as
Some
us.
of them.
Yeah,
Some of-
so they requested us to make a fix in that and
Yes.
change the
The
Pancasila into
one,
like
the first,
yeah.
I didn't actually know about that.
That's why it's in
Just know
civics
about that.
class.
What?
I didn't know about
There's a
that.
lot of history in Indonesia that we don't know, but actually it exists.
Yeah.
Dude, we were taught in the civics class. Don't you pay attention?
I don't
He
think
doesn't take
civics.
civics.
Oh,
Oh!
that's why.
I
That's
mean,
why.
not
He
only,
didn't explain everything right now.
not only now, but like even growing up, like the last time I had Indonesian education was when I was in the fourth grade.
Not kindergarten.
No, let's not talk about
Yeah, I know
kindergarten.
about you. Because your big brother is my friend, so I know.
No, what did he say
About?
about growing up in general without
Well,
religion?
you know, first of all, my family is like very strong Muslim families. My mother and my father, especially we are same village, we're from West Sumatra, and from same cities, know that very strong Muslim beliefs. So I used to know as a forced religion. So some people know perhaps in bahasa Indonesia like agama itu adalah given from your parents.
Yes.
Yeah, religion
So-
is given from your parents.
Yes, thank you so much.
Religion is hereditary.
Yeah, that's my head's a lot of like German. So, sorry, dah lulus. So yeah, I was thinking like that though. But when I grew older, I mean, especially when I flew to Germany and experienced all the things, and yeah, religions. You know, as a Muslim, I proud to be part of one, and then yeah, it guided me to be a better man than I used to before. And then what's the question again? I forgot.
We got too excited. We forgot the actual topic.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
It's just like come to my mind. What should I explain?
I mean,
And then
it's
she
not
asked
wrong.
about that, yes?
We're talking about religion, so
Yeah.
it's still part of the topic.
Yeah, but what do you want to know more?
But
I
what
mean-
did we want to know? What were we talking about before this?
It's not really related to religion, but
Yeah.
anyway.
We're just talking about religion, basically.
Stop. The whole point of this place.
I just remember what the before she talk about her life, we talk about Pancasila and then the story behind Pancasila. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Civics, don't we have civics
Yeah,
class?
talking about
Yeah.
civics. I haven't taken a civics class since.
I got an A in there. Though. Sorry, I got a B. I got an A or B. A. Sorry, A. I got an A.
I mean,
Sorry for show off, but
You got a B or an A?
if anyone were to get below C, are you even Indonesian?
I mean,
Nah, that's the
That's
question.
the point. The point is.
That's the question.
That's
That's,
what-
interesting.
I know
have the
two
answer.
people who might get a C.
But this is the interesting though. You know when our beloved president decided first time to swap the ministry a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I don't
president?
remember.
Which president?
I don't follow.
Our beloved president right now,
Yeah.
the
Alright.
first term,
Yeah.
he changed the ministry because basically in our word it sucks.
Mm.
No, I'm just like making shorter, you know.
Yeah,
Since
yeah.
our audience is still young, right?
Yeah, it's
we
fine,
don't
it's
have to
very
using the
true,
political
yes.
words. So anyway,
PG-13.
so it's one of the ministers actually he got the green card from USA.
Oh,
And then a lot of people questioning his nationality.
Chandra.
No,
No.
it's from our village, man.
Yeah, I forgot
Oh my
his
God.
name. I forgot his name.
It's okay. No,
You're not Minangnis right now. Oh my god.
I know.
Okay.
Wait, what we talking about right now?
My,
Okay. Back on track.
my dad keeps talking about him. My dad literally wants me to become like him. I don't know, like how like
Who is
him.
he, right?
Yeah, I don't know how like him. Maybe like my dad meant like I have to go to America, get a green card, and come back to Indonesia, making a problem.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, I talked with my dean, which is Mr. Sam. You can. You don't know where.
Shout out to
Pak Sam,
Pak Sam.
my college father.
College.
But I'm not. I have a hair.
Yeah,
so
oh
yeah,
my
so-
god. Well, okay, chill out.
No, it's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. Anyway, we asking about that. Is it? He's speaking bahasa Indonesia, but I forgot the word. Okay, nasionalisme itu apakah kertas atau dalam hati? Nationalism is about the passport,
So it's national-
about yourself.
Is it about-
Actually, it's about inside your.
what you believe in.
Yeah, because corruptor
Mm.
in Indonesia, they are
Yeah.
Indonesian, but they are not Indonesian in the
Yeah.
same time because they make our country so extremely
Ugly.
poor.
So what defines an Indonesian then?
I
Yes,
mean,
What defines an Indonesian?
I mean,
If it's
If you attend the civics class that you didn't take, if
Who
you
is
want,
your civics lecturer?
Unu-
Mbak Ningsi.
Oh, you still get a good one. You know, my
Yeah.
civic lecturer is Mayor General. Oh, sorry. No, it's not. My Pancasila class is Mayor General.
oh, nice.
All right, so if like from what I've learned from
Buding sih.
Bu Ningsi, what defines us as Indonesians is that our history, our ancestors struggled through freedom
Yes.
and yeah, striving for like freedom. That's it.
Shout out to Farhan.
Let's get a bit more controversial, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
The
all right.
whole point about this place is to
I
make
remember
controversy.
in
Let's get it
geography
hot.
class. This is one of my research topics when I was in high school in geography class. Is that who's the first president? President
Sukarno.
Are you even Indonesian?
Are you even
Let me finish. Oh my god.
Are you even civics?
No, I don't take civics.
Oh yeah.
thank
Oh
you.
yeah. Forgot.
Anyways,
The first president.
the first
Yeah.
president actually
Seniors.
migrated a lot of people out of Java because one, overpopulated.
Yes.
Two, he wants to basically cultivate more lands, right? And in a way, kind of like spread the Indonesian value, I would say, because I don't, from what I know at least, from what the history I've been taught, in the places within like before Indonesia became Indonesia, they don't actually want to be united.
Yes.
Yes.
We united in 28 September, October 1928.
So in a way, like, aren't you technically before at least? Yeah,
Mm.
your ancestors, your grandparents, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Weren't they basically forced to be Indonesian?
No, that's
I
like
don't know.
That
that's
depends.
no.
That
No.
depends. Really, no, it actually more of depends. Like my grandfather, I could say is Indonesian because he was in the war. He was a general, so I would say like he fought to be Indonesian. So therefore, I am Indonesian because he fought for it. But for example, someone else,
So do
maybe
I.
not, right?
Yeah.
So it really depends. If your ancestors fought to be Indonesian, then you can say yes, I'm Indonesian. But as you said with the migration, that's less. That's like lesser. Like what do you call it?
I mean, you can ask the individual person I really want to be an Indonesian, right?
I have to
Yeah.
cook myself every day.
Ooh, it's so hot. Until my water bottle is like melted. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay. If you say that way, that brings a problem to my previous statement,
What?
saying that what defines us to be Indonesian is to have is that our ancestors struggle for it, and
I think
our
it's not just about that
It's not
though.
only
yeah,
about that.
yeah. For
It's
now,
like more general, like it's bigger than my pants if you're talking about define Indonesia and
Yeah,
Indonesia.
your country.
Yeah, because this is our country, and then actually the easiest answer is for me, you work together with your friends, regardless what he or she believe, to build Indonesia and you be good citizens. That's it.
For me, it's
Don't-
also something like that. It's
yeah.
like how
Yeah.
much you're willing to help your country.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the Corruptors, they
Yeah.
are Indonesian. They have KTP or ID, but
Yeah.
they're stolen our money.
Yeah, true.
I think the
They're-
problem is
Their
that
soul is not Indonesian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were to see in modern world problems, that there's no right way to define nationalism,
Mm-hmm.
because like
That is.
what I've read is like in many countries, many developing or developed countries, most of them have immigrants, right?
Yes.
That's true.
So it's not only us having the problems; it's also them. But
Yes.
back then, before immigrants start to come, everyone believed, oh, just because we have the same history, we had the same skin, and so on, that's what we call a real
Mm-hmm.
country, like that. But since the world has become more modern, where people get connected all around the world, technology becomes advanced, people need to go all around the world, that becomes a difficult way to define now. I mean, maybe nationalism has to be redefined.
Yes.
In a way, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think not
Yeah.
redefine. See. Wait, why I become Indonesian English? Anyway.
No, but it's okay.
No. I mean, I my own accent. Anyway, so I think not redefine, but like, I guess develop. I think the writer is develop.
Yeah.
Develop, so it's like
Improve.
improve. Yeah, improvement, not develop. Yeah, it should be like, not adjust, but yeah, improvement. I guess because, like, if we not improve what divine nationalism, yeah, the corruptors, the criminals, the extremists, regardless about religion, they will say I'm Indonesian, but I kill people. With that thought, it will make Indonesian names ruined. Like our brand and marketing called brand image become broken.
You know what? You when you said the word extremist, it kind of like brings me back to the whole religion topic, but you can also use it for
Yeah.
other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
wanna-
why I confess like why we talk about Indonesia
Yeah,
in the same time we
yeah,
talk about
exactly.
religion.
Yeah.
But
No,
talking-
but that it shows
In
that
effect-
government is interlinked with religion because it's hard to talk about one thing without slightly
other,
talking about the
yeah.
other.
Yeah.
But before
Is
I
this
forget
coffee?
the question,
No, it's okay.
I wanna ask you guys. Extremists, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Religion.
Sometimes they can be so extreme. They want to put in their own kind of order
Mm-hmm.
that they cause anarchy,
Yes.
which is the opposite of order.
Yes.
What do you think
Yes.
about that?
Yes.
Well,
Doesn't
the
matter
guest
like
is for-
religion or like nationalism,
I
patriotism,
think-
doesn't matter. Just general question.
I think it's because the people, the one that about extremists. I mean, what they try to make new order, like in Star Wars.
yeah.
Just watching. My force to it too. Anyway,
Not
it's-
wrong. Not wrong.
Yeah, it depends on the people. Not the people, the group of peoples.
Mm-hmm.
Because you cannot be. You say I want to change the order with yourself. You're gonna dead
Instantly.
instantly. Although you're martial artist master, not like Farhan here. You have a big body. You know. I'm not saying you're fat, but you have a big body. But yeah, you will dead.
What do you think, Roderick? What do you think?
Harvard boy.
Harvard boy.
Why me? Ask the others.
Stop
Well,
using Harvard.
you're part of our cast too, so you know. What do you think about it? The whole extremists cause the opposite of what they want.
Well, I think it's true. They're causing the opposite of the, like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you just reply. Just say what he said. He said.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing she said is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm definitely agree with her. With
With
her.
him.
Wow.
That's because there's no video version of this, so people look. Oh, what the heck?
I think
Well, I'm being sympathy to, like, transgender people.
Wait, what?
Wait,
What does
Off
it
topic.
relate to
Off
trans-
topic. We're off topic. That's
So
a topic
it's-
for another
it-
week.
Where am I?
What is
Go
this?
back to
Go back to
the topic
religion
back.
and nationalism and stuff.
Yes.
Right.
And how about Farhan?
What did you want to say?
About extremists, right?
Yeah, and anarchy and stuff.
I don't know how to reply in that regard, but I can say is that your behavior affects yourself. Then after it affects yourself, it affects your family and relatives.
Yeah.
After it affects your relatives, it affects your surrounding.
Yes, genau.
After it affects your surrounding, it affects the city, then
Yes.
becomes a town. I mean, no wait, town then city, then becomes
Wait, what is the
state.
difference with the city and town then?
It's town smaller.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Compared to population.
Did you take
Yeah.
geography?
All right. So,
Continue then.
as I was saying, town, city, then state, then it becomes the whole nation.
Yes, and the whole world.
And yeah, but like, people have different personality, different behavior, manners, traits, and everything, right? I don't know how to say. Like, maybe freedom. Nah. I don't believe that.
Then again,
Freedom to speech.
I mean,
freedom is relative in a way
Yeah.
because the extremists want freedom too, but their own type of freedom.
But you
Yeah.
know, speaking of extremists, sometimes they have like. If you guys see what he's doing, you just want to kill him.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, if speaking about extremists, regardless about the stuff about in either in religion or country, sometimes it's because those people have like concern or feedback to the government, and then they say to the government, and government just ignore them.
That is
Have
true.
you
Yeah,
ever
that's
think
true.
about that?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. A bit.
See,
so
I
it's,
think about this extremist, we have to know which extremist, the one that just like a rebel, the one that
ignores.
ignores.
Yeah.
There is no side of
Extremists.
just like your underwear, there's like
But
inside
it-
and outside.
Yeah, yeah.
It
of
reflects
course, of
back.
course.
If you were to be a human, you have to listen to what other people say because you're not living
Yes.
alone.
Yeah, humans.
Yeah.
are
Your
Humans are
decisions
the
affect other people too. So
Yes.
let's just say the government is responsible and is compelled to listen to everyone's wishes, right? And solve it in a rational way, not any offensive.
Political,
Yeah,
blah blah blah.
yeah,
blah,
yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
Yeah, and what do you want to say?
Yeah, what I'm saying,
saying.
because you're interrupting me. So what I'm trying to say is that everyone should like think rationally. I mean, listen and listen, think, then respond to that.
Yes.
Not everyone can do that, right? You know.
I mean, if you were to define a human being, that is in it. You
But
have to
the-
listen, think, then respond.
Yeah.
Even if you go back to religion, even it says that. Any religion says that. So if you don't follow that, so basically you don't even follow your own religion. One way of saying it.
Ooh.
Next.
Yeah, religion does need a social structure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it kind of helps, right? It has a moral compass.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. You know, I just realized something. You know how in communism generally defined as everyone's equal, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But the USSR or the Russians, they have a religion, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
a religion have
Russian
a hierarchy.
Orthodox.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Russian
how does
Orthodox.
that work? Like, it doesn't make sense, right?
The
'Cause if-
people are equal,
but
but
Those people
They-
are aliens.
no. The people are equal under the government rule, but under God's rule, they are not.
oh my.
Yeah, I just
So
realized
it's-
about that though. You know,
Yeah,
when
exactly,
the
yeah.
USSR exists and then the world become two sides, and we
Yeah.
decide to become no sides. How
So
come there's like communists in Russia and sometimes they have Russian Orthodox,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they have Muslims. They have
Yeah, they have also the
Many
Russian
religions.
Muslims.
yeah. In
Yeah.
Chechnya it's Muslims, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
I still wondering it then. I mean, 4 years in this campus, but still wondering why.
I think my
Opinion.
response to that is maybe people are not educated enough or not aware. Like, are we like they're not aware if they're actually communist or actually religious or something. People get mixed up to that.
You know, communism doesn't relate it to religions, right?
I know,
Yeah,
but
they don't believe
their
in it.
actions, like just imagine like what we talked about just now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
we're not
it's a
just,
conflict,
We're
right?
just not totally
It's
talking
just
about
their
religion.
government doesn't want to be like there's extremist religious people
Are you sure?
that can demonstrate like we have it right now.
Are you sure?
I
So
mean,
Are you
they're-
sure?
Are you sure?
Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Are you sure about that?
Glasses. Are you sure?
Because
We
I
need
do
a
know
fact
that
checker.
the Russians, at least the USSR, when they were still the kings and queens, they
Yeah.
changed the religion, right?
Yes.
At one point.
I forgot
And,
the
I don't remember
Russian royalty, right? I think.
Yeah,
they
I don't
were-
remember exactly from what type of Christianity to what. I don't. The thing is, like, I think what Farhan said before was they don't think about it a lot. Like,
Yeah.
they get mixed up.
Yeah, they get
Yeah.
mixed up about
They
it.
get mixed
Yeah.
But I feel like with the whole communism and being and religion having a hierarchy
Mhm.
that's the thing. Like, they get mixed up at the same time. They don't really think of it as one.
Yeah.
And like in Indonesia, like religion is very entangled with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I
Yes.
feel like back then in communist Russia or stuff like that, they're not very intertwined.
Yeah. That's why you can have the whole people are equal, but yet still
Yeah.
a hierarchy.
Yeah,
but still a
have a
hierarchy.
really-
Yeah, that's why it's like be different with the North Korea.
So
Yes.
so
different.
we can sum it like this: like people think too fast ahead in the future, but they forgot to settle and solve like what's going on.
People forget the little details.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
forgot the little details and they like mess up themselves.
Yes, that is true. But you know, you wanna move on to the next topic? Like, it's pretty interesting.
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Science.
I don't have schedule.
I'm not sweating. I'm not even sweating yet. I didn't even break a sweat. Come on, let's go.
My
Alright.
bottle sweated.
Science
Yes.
and religion.
Yeah.
We all
Really?
know that Islam, Muslims, they were the pioneers of science
Yes.
and math
Yes.
and stuff like that, right?
You're not wrong.
But then, but then again,
Yes.
after like a couple of centuries, at least now, like it hasn't been that great. Like, what do you guys think happened along the way?
I mean-
All right. Can I?
You want to
Yeah,
start?
sure.
Alright.
Alright.
All right. Between the golden age of Muslim science and right now, the one thing that happened was Europe.
Yeah.
Europe
Really?
Europe happened. Europe
happened.
invaded and attacked the Middle East. One of the most important things that happened was when they burnt down the
Scripts.
the
The
scripts,
library of-
the library,
the library of Alexandria.
as well as all of the
Where the
scientists.
library was?
The library of
Location?
Alexandria,
In Egypt.
Egypt.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, one of them at least. There's also the scientific scripts. So basically, what they did was all of the scientific advancements that the Muslims made, with all of them burnt, set back the whole scientific thing
Okay.
back. A whole
Scientific development back.
It
Yes.
sets it way back. So basically,
So it's the Europeans' fault.
The European.
I mean,
I mean, it's not
I just
wrong.
came from that years ago, no? To study.
It's just a book. I mean, they wrote it by themselves.
Yes,
The
but
concept is on their own.
yes, but the thing is, with
Okay.
the scripts gone and the researchers dead, we, the human race, need to reinvent it, and that's
Yes,
why we
that's
have so many famous European
Yeah.
scientists.
yeah.
But like, if they weren't dead, you know, the Arabian scientists, then we may be, theoretically speaking, way further in
That is
scientific
true, yeah.
advancements because we basically started the black what's it called, the medieval ages because
Mirror.
of no,
Is that song?
what,
No,
Black
it's
Mirror?
a series,
No, I
bro.
thought it's song in. No. Okay, we got it.
They was full.
Yeah, I
Actually,
mean the Crusades
Ooh.
from Europe side is
Yeah.
great and all, but from from the Middle Eastern side
It's
isn't
not-
that great
yeah.
because a whole lot of bad stuff happened.
It's pretty damn.
Actually, about that, I have to dig about history. Well, about the Muslim, the different. I think I'm speaking about as a Muslim. I'm speaking Muslim now and back then. They read the Holy Book, the Quran, and the
Yes.
Hadith, and then all the books, and then they could elaborate
Yes.
how to make something. For example, the camera is from kamera. I think it's an Arabic
Yes.
word.
Yes.
And then, did you know that the person who first time made the prototype of aircraft is not Wright brothers?
Yes.
It's a Muslim.
He was a Muslim
Abbas
scientist,
ibn Firnas. So
Yes.
I just read it actually.
forgotten by history because
Yeah,
the
because
Crusades.
because when Islam, when the Islam, the golden era is Islam when the Ottoman Empire
Yes.
Yes, that's true.
is until 1924
Yes.
when the Kemal Atatürk took over the Turkey.
Yes. Yes.
And then way before that, I think not all of them are burned down, but they are took
Preserved.
away because when Islam to the Spain,
Yeah. Yeah. To
and then
Spanish.
we are lost, and then the Muslim have to go.
They have to return,
They're
right?
gone.
Yeah.
The European took it.
Yeah.
All our No, the Muslims.
The knowledge.
The knowledge.
knowledge.
Yeah. That's why, like, but today, some people in Islam, based of my experience, they not really like digging into it or watching
Yeah.
Quran or something, because like the FA Ferum is FA 26 or 25 is from the Quran.
FA.
Ferum.
Final exam.
No.
Ferum.
In
Ferum. How do you pronounce it? How do
What,
you-
iron?
I know in English, but in Bahasa
The
Indonesia,
Ferum.
Steel.
there's still one. Yeah, there's still one.
Oh, ferrum, steel,
Yeah.
iron. That's
yeah.
iron.
It's actually from Quran.
Yeah. I have a book.
It's a Al-Hadith, chapter verse 25.
Yeah, I have a book. I don't think I have it right now, but it's basically
Somewhere in your house.
Yeah, it is. It's basically this American guy, I guess. I forgot, but he basically the title is Science, Christianity, and Quran.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
a very
Oh, it's
short
so hot.
book. A very short book explaining
Thank you.
the beginning of the book is about the beginning of the world, and it says that scientifically we have the Big Bang, and in the Quran it says
Yeah.
there's the Big Bang
I forgot the
exploding.
verse.
Yeah, I
Forgot the
forgot. I
verse.
forgot it so, but like exploding in
Yeah.
something akin to a rose blooming, right?
Yeah, your rose
And then
blooming,
in
Oh, that's beautiful.
and then when we
Yeah.
had the scientific recreation of the Big Bang, it looks exactly like that.
Yeah.
So, from the Quran to science side, correct. To Christianity side, less, but still there basically. So it shows the Ottoman, the
The Turkish.
Arabian, the Turkish scientists when they said their religion doesn't mean that they're stopping the science.
They go forward. to
Yeah,
the science.
they take their religion and put it into science,
Yes.
and they expand it
No,
together
I think they use their religion to find
to science, to find the science,
Yes.
explain it. Like the Quran
Yeah.
says this.
Yes.
We will find science to
Yes.
prove it.
Just like about the Abbas,
the-
actually the story
yeah.
is like he read the Quran and
Yeah.
he saw a bird, and then when the bird
Yeah.
and then
We
he
flap
made
their wings.
the prototype, and
Yeah.
then he did it and he died. Actually, you can find the prototype in Australia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in Melbourne.
Ooh, time to go to Melbourne.
I think.
But I don't know which museum.
Right, time to explore Melbourne.
I think it can define how humans think right now.
Yes.
So if you want to like utilize religion in a more beneficial way instead of using it in your daily life,
Yep.
maybe you can imply or implement religion in science. Maybe that's a good way. It benefits everyone. I mean, if you were to implement it in politics,
Hold on. Is it still?
It is.
It is.
Okay.
I mean, if you were to implement it on politics, it's like studying. It's like implementing religion without knowing what religion is.
That is true. Yes.
Because like, how should I just stop? How should I say this? How should I say this?
Andrew.
Politic, you don't really need a specific education to know about it. Like people just like, even farmers, people who are not, I'm not discriminating, but like people who are illiterate or like like who has lack in education, even they can do politics, but not in the right way. But if you were to gain more knowledge and implement that science, I mean the religion in science, you might like achieve more for yourself and for the society.
True.
What do you
True.
What do you think, Roger? The whole
Hard part,
science
boy.
and religion being tied, because usually when you think of the two, they kind of contradict each other.
But
That's
actually
what you usually think. But
yeah, they are supporting.
yeah,
each other.
Yeah, they're supposed to
they
complement
kind of like
each other.
inspire each other. Yeah. What do you think?
Wait, clarify what? Like to go along each other? What?
Like
Inspire?
because
Religion and science, or religion
Yeah,
and politics?
religion
and science.
Religion and science.
Yeah.
Oh, because we were what the hell?
I mean, if
we were speaking about politics, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, if they could see in the right way, it could be collaborate to each other between religious and science.
It just depends how
Yeah.
they do it.
On how you
Yep.
Yeah.
use the use the religion
Yeah,
to
yeah.
further science, right?
All right, let's maybe like define it define it in the scientific way.
What do you mean?
Religion have principles. So does every scientific object in the world or in the universe.
So far as we
Everything has principles, right?
Yeah.
So maybe religion and science should like go
Cool.
parallel. Should be parallel, you know. Yeah.
I wouldn't say should, but
Not sure. Might. Yeah.
Go
Might.
parallel there. For me, like taking anything from like not just a holy book, but like mythologies and stuff like that. It can work to like for people to invent new stuff.
Inspire. Yeah.
Yeah, it gives them ideas on
I like.
because just like science is based on observation.
It's like even religious history. Maybe let's just say Greek mythology, like how Zeus. Like, people be wondering how to actually kill people with thunderbolt. That'll be a good invention.
I mean, why thunderbolts?
Or maybe
People already die to electricity. Just pump it up a couple of volts and you get a thunderbolt.
what is the Greek god of the messenger?
I just know
Well,
Atlas,
Hermes.
the Greek god.
Yeah, I know what
Hermes.
Artemis, right?
Hermes.
Hermes, yeah.
Hermes.
You
Hermes.
No, not the bag.
No. The bag is pronounced.
Yeah.
No. The bag is pronounced Hermes.
We can like
Because
use
it's French.
we can use that inspiration to travel from one spot to the other, from one side of the planet to the other.
I feel like one of the reasons why people can see like religion and science as parallel is because both needs creativity and imagination. Like
Yes.
science can't exist without that.
You're
Yeah.
lacking one: creativity, imagination,
just-
and belief.
Yeah, believe also
Yeah.
believe.
You
Yeah,
need to believe.
That's the thing people forget most about science. Like you gotta believe in something. You gotta believe in your theories.
I think what Indonesians is lacking is the creativity and we have to believe, but we don't have creativity and imagination.
Speaking about like the trend in Indonesia, and then as long since you are Indonesian, like sometimes people like see information.
Information. Yes.
A bit Singlish.
Kelamaan di
Norwegian.
Jerman.
Yes. Entschuldigung, es tut mir so leid. So it's just like there's one case, right? Whatever you can think, and then some people just like believe in one information
Yeah.
without seeing any other perspective, and then they just like God give like very huge brain that we can use for
Big brain.
analyze, right? And they just like this small touch, like you pinch of salt, just this, and then they can make like conclusions.
Yeah.
Even worse, they only see the headlines.
Yeah. That's why they
Yeah.
call what the YouTube clickbait.
Yes. Clickbait.
To make money.
That's true. Yes.
To get your viewers up.
Yeah. You guys want to know to promote your YouTube channels? Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. You.
No, it's
No,
up,
thanks.
it's up to them.
No thanks.
And then continue.
All right. Actually, that was the last of our topic today.
Awesome.
Three, because we only decided to talk three. We still have limited amount of time, but I feel like that would do for today.
And it's a good ending though.
Yeah, it's,
Yes, it
it's
is.
a pretty fun topic.
It is.
Pretty hot until my butt was sweat a lot.
And yeah, the ending's like pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's sum it up. Let's summarize that.
What's to summarize? We
There's
talked
a
about
lot of
religion.
summarizing.
Yeah, we talked about religion.
Let me summarize that.
Sure.
Let me try to summarize. Religion does not work well with politics, because
No, I feel like
No.
if we could summarize,
Wait.
it would be religion can be whatever you
Want
want
it
it
to
to be,
Mm-hmm.
but in a way you still have to follow the guidelines.
Yep.
Just like science, just like
Just
politics.
like politics.
Yeah, so in a way you can't really get rid of religion as a part of your life, even if you're not a non-believer. But as long as you don't take it the bad way or use it for bad, it's
Yeah.
okay.
It's yeah.
Offer creative.
Yeah.
As long as you don't take it to the extreme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still no extremists
No
allowed.
extremists allowed.
Wait.
Anything is fine.
wait, what made people to be scientists is maybe because of religion, probably.
Well,
Probably in the past, what inspired people to be a scientist?
Because they have
Religion,
from
because,
it.
like-
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like the prototype thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the
Let's
verse.
just say
It's just like what we
Let's
said.
make a simple example. In the Quran, just like short. In the Quran, like
We
mentions
like
about
LJ,
something.
you know?
Let's summarize.
All right. So yeah. Since you guys want to end it so much.
Yeah, just one line. Give it
Yeah,
one
go
line.
on. We'll let you have the last
In the
word.
Quranic example, like there's some like things like the people wearing traveling through space to space. Maybe
It's our
Space?
prophet.
Yeah, it's our
Yeah.
it's from
And
the
that
past.
made people inspire maybe in the past.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
perhaps.
Like, how could we reach moon?
Oh, that's how probably astronomy started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how astronomy started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
small example.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Alright.
So that is all for today.
And then
Today's
the
topic is
unique things, we
religion.
got the temperature more cool right
Yes,
now.
it's cold. Maybe because of sunset.
So because we are done.
Right. Anyways.
This topic is just really hard.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. Let's wrap it up. I'm your like usual. Next week
Week
will
5.
will be our 5th episode, and we'll be doing a collab.
With English.
With
Yes. I
Do not spoil it.
Yeah.
Don't tell it,
Let us not spoil
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna say who we're gonna collab with or what we're gonna collab about, but it will be a special guest.
Stay tuned.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Hey, you said that also last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me continue.
Sure.
Last week I made a mistake of mentioning it because I read the schedule wrong. I forgot that was an extra week. Anyways, yeah. So stay tuned for our next week collab.
Oh, I can't wait to.
Anyways, we're breaking controversies or
Bacot.
Bacot. I'm your host Jihan and my co-host
Q.
and
Farhan.
Tarek.
Roderick?
Roderick.
And then some maluk alus and alus and here.
So that's all for
Thank you
today.
for listening.
Dankeschön.
And don't take anything that we discuss about today too hard, to the heart,
Just
hard.
say
Too
the
hard, too
positive.
hard.
Too hard to the heart because it's just conversation, it's just something
We're just
to talk
talking
about.
about it,
Yeah,
yes.
so don't take it too seriously.
When people get
Don't be
bored.
baper,
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's all for today.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.